なければ記録のために。
It's okay. Yeah, they would like to record the interview.
Sure.
どうぞどうぞ。
じゃあ先にインタビューさせていただきます。
先にインタビューからじゃあ。
Start with the interview.
Yes,
すご
I
い
just
大ファン
need one sec because we just took the very hot soup.
今美味しいスープをいただいたのでちょっと一瞬お待ちください。お味噌汁ですか？
暑かったのでお蕎麦が暑かったんで汗かいてる。
But it's okay.
Shall we bring the temperature down a little bit?
No, no, no. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Don't do it.
You're in Japan. You're
No, no, I really don't want to be cold again.
okay.
No, I'm going out.
せっかく暖かくなったから部屋は冷ますだと。
はい。
Okay, let's do it.
映画拝見しました。とても良かったです。もう一番最初にもう皆さんから聞かれていることだと思うんですけども、最後の映画っていうことを言われてるんですけど、この映画もそうなんですけど、主人公の2人っていうか、馬とどういう自分が最後の映画を撮るっていう、感覚っていうか、いつぐらいからそれはあったんですか？
Well, first of all, Shingo has, of course, seen the Turin horse. He absolutely loved it. And he wants to start off by asking you a question that everybody is probably bugging you with lately, in that this is your last film. You've said this is your last film, and here it comes. But the question is why, not why, but at which point in your life did you start beginning to ponder about your possible last film, and why did you choose these two characters and the horse to be in it?
Did you see the movie?
Yes.
And I think the answer is on the screen.
そう
スクリーンに答えはあると。
Okay. The first time when I said the last will come, it was in 2008 in Paris, because this time I knew we will do this, and then afterwards I really have to close the shop, because what I think, I told you everything what I could, and I said everything what I want, and I think I cannot do deeper or more essential, more pure and more minimal movie than this. And if I look back, you can see in this movie all of my manias and everything what I was using these 34 years. It's a kind of bill, and that's why I had a feeling, if we do this afterwards, every movie it will be just a simple repetition, just something which is a copy of my style, and I think it is a really ugly thing.
まず最後の作品にこれから、作ることになるだろうと言ったのは2008年のパリ、が最後だったと思います。ニーチェの馬という作品を作ったら店じまいをするであろうとその時に感じていました。というのは言えることはそして言いたいことは全て言い切った今までの作品だと感じていたからですし、ニーチェの馬という作品以上に深遠で本質的で純粋でミニマルな作品を作ることは自分にはできないと、考えたからです。今までの作品全部通して見ていただければ自分の熱狂したもの、つまりマニア、であったもの、を全て見ることができる。今まで34年間それは作ってきたもので、これ以降また作品を作るとなれば自分の繰り返しになってしまう、自分をまた模倣するようなことになってしまう。そしてそれはとても見にくいものではないかと感じたからなんです。
The filmmaker is a nice bourgeois job. You can do it 10 or 15 more movies, and why not?
なんか昨日ちょっと昨日の記者会見の話をちょっと聞いて、ハリウッドとかアメリカの映画に対する違う、自分たちがやってることが違うっていうことを話されてたんですけども、その最後の映画っていうことと、実際にはものすごく一番ミニマルな突き詰めていたところまで行った時に、例えば、タルベーラさんにとって、映画の最後なのかっていう感覚を持っているのかどうか、もしくは自分にとっての最後の映画なのかっていう。
He knows a little bit about your thoughts on Hollywood filmmaking, Hollywood style filmmaking, which you talked about yesterday at the press conference. Now, this being your last film and it being very extremely deep and minimal as possible, as you just mentioned, does this feel like this is the end of film, or is it this the last film of Tarbella?
No, it's just my last movie. Surely the world is not finished, and of course a lot of young filmmakers could come, and a lot of old filmmakers could do 1,000 interesting and important things. This is just my personal decision, and of course I believe the future of the cinema, and I really wish that someone come and do some really strong and powerful films. And I'm waiting for the moment when a young guy came and he's telling, okay, guy, go to the museum, to your place, because you are the past. I have a future, you know.
Yeah,
now this is my turn is coming, you know.
これはトルベーラにとっての最後の作品であり、世界はもちろん終わるわけではないし、若い監督たちがこれからどんどん出て映画を作って、くれるだろうし、今までもう名所と言われている方でもね、何千という新しいことを、重要なことをこれから映画の中で成し遂げてくれるかもしれない。だからこれは本当に個人的な決断です。でも自分はそのシネマ、映画というものの未来を信じています。誰かがよりパワフルで、何か映画を作ってくれる、誰かが出てくる、登場することを待ち望んでいるし、若い、ね、方が映画監督がやってきて、タル監督もあなたはもう古のものなのだからミュージアムに行きなさい、博物館に行きなさいって言ってくれる、それを待っているんですね。
わかりました。じゃあちょっと具体的に映画の話に行きたいと思うんですけども、今回ものすごくミニマムな出演の方の人数でそれによってものすごくカメラの動きっていうのがすごい強調されてたと思うんですよね。でそれは第三者の目っていうよりもまた何か不思議ななんていうんですかね、カメラアイっていうのがずっとなんか意識させられるようにできているように見えちゃったんですけども、なんか映画っていうものの中でタルベーラ監督にとってカメラの視点っていうのはどういう位置づけなんでしょうか。
Well, you have very minimal a number of characters in the film, and he felt that emphasized the movement of the camera even more so. And he was thinking that, or the question rather is, what is the camera's point of view within cinema to you? What position does that take up within cinema?
The camera is always camera. The camera as an objective, you know, when we have these lenses, it's called objective, you know, and we see the world through on this objective, and the camera position is the camera position. Of course, the place and the position of the camera is my decision. This is my responsibility, and this is my point of view. And because what is the main question? Where is the camera? You put now your camera there, but you could take it to there too, or even there. And it's that's your decision. And when you show me, you ignoring that's part of the room, or we don't see her now, and we don't see her now. Why? This is always the main question. Why do you want to show this, and why don't you show her? Because she looks much more beautiful than me, and I'm just an ugly, shitty old man. That's always the question, what you want to show to the people. And what is the camera? Is just an object with an objective.
はい、わかりました。考えます。で、映画の中でもその大きなガラスの窓から外を覗くシーンがすごい印象的だったり、お酒が入っているボトルがまたガラスで、それもすごい印象的だった。カメラのレンズもガラスを抜けて光が通ってくるんですけど、なんかそういうなんか意識的にこう窓の外を覗くみたいなことっていうのはなんかいろんなメタファーとしていろいろあると思うんですけども、ものすごく強調されていて、なんていうんですかね、すごい良かったですっていう。
Well, perhaps it's more of a comment than a question, but he was very taken by the way you used the glass, if you will, the glass, of course, in the window where the characters look outside, the glass of the bottle, which the balinka is inside, and of course, camera, as you said, which we see the world through, has also glass as well.
I have no glass mania.
Okay.
I have to tell you, we just use the glass to store it, the palinka, how she say. And we need the glass on the window because we have to protect ourselves from the weather. But now it's just showing something about the life, the logic of the life. And if I understand what you mean, you asking something like something has another meaning than the concrete, or something looks like symbols or metaphors or allegories. If I understand what you mean. And I have to tell you, the film, it's concrete, terribly concrete. If you are a writer, you can write about this glass, more than 25 pages, and you will feel immediately a lot of things. You can explain the fate of this glass, you can explain the age of this glass, and you can say a lot of things, the emotions of this glass. And if you are a filmmaker, you could do only a picture about this glass, and you have only one chance. Just show how it's simple. And it's totally different language. That's why I don't like if somebody says symbols, metaphor, allegories, because it's coming from the literature. But what is our job? To do a connection between the world and this glass. And if I can do it, and if I am able to build up a really nice, strong atmosphere, in this case, you will get the same feeling. You will see the fate of this glass, and you will feel the age of this glass, and you will have it, the emotions of this glass. That's what I mean. But we are just talking about in a very philosophical way about the filming.
はい、そしたら今度はその人物のことを聞きたいんですけど、片手が悪い人、とか、足が悪くて遠くからやってくる人とか、そういった設定はそうでまた意味聞くとなんか違うかな難しいですね映画のことはちょっと難しいですね。
アレゴリーとかメタファーとかはあんまりないというふうに言ってらっしゃるので、なんかそういうことでなければ多分。
そうですよね。でもなんかなんて聞けばいいんだろう。そしたら。
He's trying to find the right words to ask the next question.
じゃあなんか質問変えようかな。なんかないかな。時間大丈夫ですか。
教会の話。あれもういい。教会の話。
I don't understand.
何が起きてるんだ。
すみません。じゃあちょっと今の
Please let in the situation.
Well, he was trying to ask you about キャラクターたちが。
はい、そのお父さんが手が悪いっていうことはもともとの設定だったと思うんですけど、それはそのカメラをさっきの話とてもその僕ら写真家なのですごいタルベーラさんの作品がすごい好きなのはさっきのカメラの話の続きなんですけど、三人称でものを見てるっていうのがとても良かったんですけど、実際モニターを見て演出されてるのか、その場で全然モニターのことは関係なく演技を見て、ディレクションしてるのかっていうのはちょっと知りたかったんですけど、話全然変わっちゃったんですけど。
Well, as a photographer, one of the things that he feels that photographers love about your work is that there's a third person view of things, and he was wondering when you were actually on set, whether you're one of the, a filmmaker that works from the monitor, from the pictures in the monitor, or are you actually on set with the actors or with the camera?
First of all, I see the whole movie from the first frame till the last. I have to know, because when you are doing long takes, you have to do a very precise connections, because you're building up the tension. It's in the set, and you have no any chance to change something or do some corrections on the editing table. It's no way. And I know the whole movie, and I have to know all of framing, and of course, just to explain to you how it's going in the reality. We have a location. The location has a face. The location is one of the main characters. And then, when I'm sitting in a location and I believe the situation of the actors, at the same time, parallel with these things, I building up the camera movement and the pictures and how we will see the situation, And it has to grow up together. If you do the first create the situation, and then you start to think about how you will see this situation, it could be looks like a TV play. But if you are building up the camera movement, and then you just do it, the situation of the people, it looks like it's also wrong way, because in this case it looks like just a dance or just something like choreography, and it's also not good. When I'm sitting there, I believe the whole stuff, I feel the whole space, and then okay, I call it the technicians and I tell them, okay, where we have to take it, the track and the dolly. And then when every technical thing is ready, we call it the actors, and we start to build about the whole scene together with the camera. And maybe do some changes, what is the real situation forcing, and then we just push the button. Of course, I'm a very autocritical guy who knows what I want to see, and I'm checking the situation mostly on the monitor, but not always, because Agnes is doing this. I'm always sometimes very close to the situation. Sometimes I'm going under the table, out of the frame, and they're just pushing the actors, or like giving some sign, or someone who has to go up to the top emotionally. Sometimes I'm very close to him and they're pushing down. It looks like a conductor when you have an orchestra, and you just say, okay, everybody has to be together, and you have to keep everything in your hand, and you have to be also very tender and very sensible, because if you force something which is fake, in this case the whole building collapsing.
すごい長い時間それをやるのはものすごい集中力ですよね。
And obviously you required much concentration to be able to do that for many days.
Like for 7 minutes, one cut.
Oh, sorry for the extended takes of yours.
That's really nice. When I see how everybody is going to the top, because everybody has to be there. If maybe just a lighter at the corner, he is late or he miss the rhythm. In this case, we have to stop, back to one, and start again. Because how the camera is moving, the lighting is going up and down, and because every camera position has different lighting. But for this position, this lighting is perfect, but when we move, it's getting wrong immediately, and you have to switch it off, this lamp, and you have to come up with the other lamp, and it's always and everybody has to be there, and the actors has to be there, and the cameraman or cinematographer, and everybody, and that's quite nice when you feel it, all of people in the same rhythm.
Sense of achievement as well, he was saying.
それをやめてしまうのは結構残念ですね。その気持ちはなんかまた次のお仕事をなんかプロデューサーとか教えたりすることになるって聞いたんですけども、なんかそのなんかフィーリング、アチーブメントのフィールをなくしてしまうのはなんか残念ではないですか。
Would you not miss that sense of achievement when everybody's there, and as you said, everybody's coming on top? You did talk about possibly teaching or producing in the future, but would you not miss the whole filmmaking process?
We will see. I know one thing: the filmmaking really looks like a drug, and it will be. I think it will be hard to stop. It could be painful, but anyway, sometimes you can get the temptation But if you are just running after always the temptation, maybe you don't do any more interesting thing. Of course, I will miss. But the other hand, I know everything has his own time. You know, it looks like a film. If you see, you know, when we did it, the Shatan Tango, which is 7 hours and 15 minutes long, but we know well, and we knew well, if it is 2 frames longer, in this case the film is long. If it is 2 frames shorter, this film is short. Everything has his own time. A film, a human connection, and a life, you know. That's what I feel always. That was my time, 34 years, to do this.
もちろん映画を見てても思ったんですけども、映画の主人公も、もちろん自分たちの終わりが相当近づいているのにもかかわらず相当冷静だったんですけども、まさになんか終わりの時を知っていてもものすごく冷静でいられるっていうのはなんかまさにご本人のような映画をですねと感想なんですけど、すみません。
More of a comment than a question, but watching the Turin horse and how the characters face the seemingly end of time, they're quite quiet, they're quite calm, and he kind of overlapped that with the image of yourself, knowing that this is your last film, but you seem to be very accepting and calm about this. Maybe it was a reflection of yourself.
Yeah, I'm calm. But I couldn't say I have always peace, you know. But now I think I'm very close to have it a really deep inside peace. And sometimes I feel I got, which is the biggest gift from the life, and I'm getting sure, you know, and if you are sure, you are calm. That's simple. I think it's everybody's same.
わかりました。じゃあ写真しますか。
教会の話なんですか、学校。
なんか今いやそれは大丈夫です。
何ですか。はい。
He was, I guess, going to ask you about a church, but not now.
その教会じゃなくて、教会じゃなくてフィルム協会の。
Oh, right, the association, right. Okay, but
Church.
that wasn't. No, it wasn't. It's the same word. It sounds the same, but it's a different word. So you could just wipe that question off your mind. Thank you. He'd like to take a couple of pictures.
はい、写真を。
Here, there, where?
ちょっと明るいところがい
He
い。
needs a little light, so maybe by the window. If that's okay with you.